Greetings, y'all. Lennox here. Thanks for clicking in. Another vid here. Deadly Tackle Fishing OC YouTube channel. I don't know if I'm gonna catch anything, and if I don't, you guys aren't gonna see this anyway. But if I do, like I said, thanks for clicking in. Hit that subscribe button. Any questions about any of the stuff we do, ask those down in the comments. It is miserable out here, bro. Miserable. It's probably 15 to 17 out of the southeast. Cold. I had all these aspirations of going to the thoroughfare and trying to catch a flounder. The water's nice and clean. I had to get fuel today. So I literally left the marina and was like, I'm gonna go get fuel and I'm coming back and going home because it is not as nice as they said it would. It wasn't gonna be nice, but it's not even close to what they said it was gonna be. Looking like, it's supposed to be like 5 to 10 out of the southeast, and it's not. It's 15 plus, freezing cold. It's probably, I don't know, at the house it was like 58. Out here it's gotta be 48. But I'm gonna come back here, tuck in behind some of these pilings at the Route 90 bridge because of southeast wind. I can kind of get behind some of this structure. I'm gonna throw a couple of thingamajigs, see what I can do. And if it lays down any, maybe I'll try a flounder before it gets dark. But otherwise, let's see what's up. All right, just in case I catch something up here at Route 90, let's talk gear real quick. Got the old 6'6" Deadly Tackle spinning rod. Lightweight for being back here in the bay, great for striper fishing, blue fishing, flounder fishing if you like using a spinning reel for flounders. Caught tog on them, sheep's head, all that kind of good stuff. And just got this, looking forward to using it, the brand new Piscifun Carbon X3. This is the Carbon X3, got a little hint of red in there. If you saw my unboxing video, it's a really great reel. Perfectly balanced here on the handle, lightweight. This total setup is like 13 ounces. So it's gonna be perfect for throwing up here. And then at the end of the line, thingamajig, baby. Half-ounce thingamajig. Let's give it a couple tosses and see what we can do. All right, trolling motor deployed. Trolling motor deployed up here on the front. And the tide is actually going out. The tide's going that way, but the wind blowing strong this way. So my boat is being blown with the wind. I'm gonna have to fish off the bow here. But here's the object. I'm gonna take this half-ounce thingamajig, I'm gonna throw it in there on the other side of the shadow line to the sunny part, come through the shadow line underneath the bridge, get back to the sunny part, keep it as close to the bottom and as close to the structure as I can get it, and then just kind of slow roll it and see what we can do. There's been some stripers up here. One night a couple of weeks ago, Brian Reynolds and Dan Erb came up here. They caught 100 fish, 100 on the nose. It was like 6 hours or something, but still 100 fish in one evening. That's pretty darn good. So if I just catch a couple, I'll be happy. And then there's been a couple keepers up here too. Dan, I think it was it wasn't that same night, but a different night, Dan caught one that was just under 31 inches, man. Really nice 30+ inch fish. And that went home and is in his belly by now. Let's see what we can do. Man, bro, this is tough out here. Boat's bouncing along. I'm fishing now. It doesn't look like I'm the only dumb one out here. At least one other boat down here on the west side of the east span. I'm on the Ocean City span of the Route 90 bridge. There's at least one other guy down there. There was a group of guys over here just left a little bit ago. So I think people are antsy about fishing. There's been some flounder around. Definitely been some stripers up here. Been a couple at the Route 50 bridge I've heard of. Tall tog down there by the Ocean City Inlet, Martha's Landing area. It's picking up. And we're in the middle of this little cold snap where it's been pretty chilly, man. It's been pretty chilly. Nighttime lows like in the 30s again. And daytime highs like just in the 50s. It's cold. And we don't usually see it this chilly in April. Well, sometimes we do, but not these stretches like 4, 5, 6, 7 days. That'll shut the flounder fishing down quick. You guys see how slow I'm reeling this, man? It's literally just 1001 on the rotation, 1001. It's getting down there close to the bottom. Cold water like this, fish get pretty lethargic. Oh, there's one. Right next to that concrete base, to that big piling. Let's go. Yeah, baby. Oh, the old Bimini release. Love it. Come on, buddy. Calm down. I don't need another spine in my thumb. There we go. Yeah, baby. There we go. Maryland State fish. That fish is maybe, I don't know, 22 or so. But mission accomplished. Let's go. Yeah, that was nice. You guys are fishing a bridge or structure like this, either here at Route 90, down to Route 50, South Jetty, places like that, or if you live out of Ocean City and you've got areas like this where you catch stripers, make sure you move it around, right? They're gonna be, sometimes they're in the shadow, sometimes they're outside of the shadow, sometimes they're right against the structure, sometimes they're out in the channel along the bottom, sometimes they're over on one set, not on another. So make sure you mix it up. Don't always throw in the same spot, especially if you're not getting any bites. This time of year, there's no sense reeling any faster, that's for sure, because these stripers kind of lethargic, especially at least in our area. If you reel fast, you're not going to get too many bites. It's all about slow and steady along the bottom. Close to the structure, close to the bottom. That's where these fish are hanging because that's where the bait is. All right, one more cast, and then I'm going to move over a set or two. Because remember, these fish are cruising around this bridge. They're not just hanging in one spot. You know, they're not just hanging right there and staying there the whole time. They're cruising through here looking for bait. All right, let's move over a couple pilings. Piscifun Carbon X3. Nice, real smooth, lightweight. Yeah, buddy. Let's get it. Come on, bro. Oh, another Bimini release. Love it. Man, we call these footballs. That's a little football. Same size. 22 maybe inches long. Awesome little fish. Right up against that piling. Right up against it. Bingo. See you, little brother, thanks. Yeah! Right? Son of a... Man, sorry about that last fish. My mic cut out. What are you gonna do? Fishing solo, miserable conditions. At least I'm catching a couple. Ooh, got him. Got him. Man, I gotta admit, this little Piscifun Carbon X3 is a nice reel, really nice reel. $100. It goes perfectly on this rod, and it's only $100. And if you use our discount code FOC18, it's 18% off of that. Man, look at those sea lice coming off of this fish. I'll show you a sea lice here in a second. They just fell off this fish, but that means that joker just came in from the ocean. He's cold too, buddy. That's a real small one. Not sure if you can see that. That is a sea lice. You see him moving there. You can see him moving there. That's a sea lice. And he was attached to that fish's tail. There's probably 3 or 4 on there. You see him kind of trying to stand up a little bit. I don't know, it looks like a little kind of crustacean looking dude. Oh, so light, he's blowing away in the wind. Striper's snapping at Route 90, buddy. It's really not nice out here at all. It's one of those things though. Got to the marina and I had to get fuel, so I'm like, what do? I even told Bev in Pines Point Provisions I was gonna buy some shiners, maybe go flounder fishing because there's been some flounders around. And I walked down the dock and looked at the window and was like, gotta be kidding me, man. Blowing its ass off again. And then I figured, you know what? I brought this thingamajig, haven't used this reel yet. Let's scoot over to Route 90 on the Ocean City side because it might be blocked over there. The wind might be blocked a little bit. And even if it's not blocked too well, I can always get behind the spans of the bridge and have it blocked a little bit. The ride back's gonna suck because it's gonna be side to me, but hopefully by then it's laid down a little bit. And now that I've caught a couple fish, I'm like jazzed up. Keeper would be sick, but there's not a lot of those up here. Let's move down again. Seems like every time I move, I get a bite. All right, brand new set of pilings. Same wind. That's a pretty good cast right there. Nobody home on that one. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera, but there's some 3-footers rolling underneath this bridge. We got an outgoing tide, southeast wind, and it's rolling right through there. Thankfully, trolling motors keep me nice and steady. I am bouncing up here a little bit, but other than that, it's really not too terrible as far as the positioning is concerned. The weather and conditions, yeah, they suck pretty good, but it's working out all right with the trolling motor. All right, let's give this one more cast. Let's head down there to my shallow spot, and then I'll head back to the main span for a couple casts, and then I'm gonna go turn on the fireplace in April and warm up. Oh my God. All right, let's go to the shallow spot. All right, new spot. A little shallower over here. This is on the west side, the west half of the east span of the Route 90 bridge. And a little bit shallower over here. It's like 6 feet. All right, looks like the better luck was over in that water. It's a little bit deeper by the main span. So I'm gonna give this 2 more casts and head back up that way. Well, looks like 1 cast did it. Put your time in, man. Stick it out. Another nice little fish, man. Get up here. That's a little bigger. Nothing crazy, but probably 24. Thingamajig right in the corner of the mouth. Don't get your hooking finger. There we go. There we go, man. Woo! Another beautiful striper. Let's go. Let's do a little social media. You guys can be in the background. It won't take too long. Keep this fish out of the water, but let's get a little selfie shot. Oh! All right. Yes, sir. All right, let's head back over to that main span. All right, back where I started, right here next to the main span, the east bridge of the two Route 90 bridges over on the Ocean City side. Look at these waves. What a trip. Man, I tell you what, I'm staying for 15 minutes or one more striper, and I'm getting out of here. Starting to get cold. Wind's picking up. Uh-oh. That one pulling some drag. Feisty little joker. Love that. Another really easy release. You know what, man? That happened so fast. I'm gonna give him a couple more casts. Hold on, buddy. Sea lice falling off of him too. Come on, bud. There we go. Open up. Say ah. There we go. A lot of these fish are moving back here into the bay. Fun, fun, fun to catch. Awesome stuff. That's a good cast. Come on. Oh, I called the shot again, baby. Let's go. I knew that was a good cast. Oh, man, what's going on with that camera? What the hell's going on with this camera? Sorry about that, guys. You heard me catch him, but maybe you didn't see me catch him. But, as mentioned, these conditions suck. Thingamajig, bottom lip. Thingamajig by Freedom Baits. Rod by Deadly Tackle. Reel by Piscifun Carbon X3. Boom! Let's rock. Oh man, the white caps are starting to be whiter. That ain't good. Come on, give me one more fish. All right, last stop. There we go. Oh, we got a jumper. Got us a jumper. Look at that, man. Releasing fish like that all day long. I'll take it. And that is the last one of the day. I'll take it, man. Come on, bro. All right, there we go, guys. A lot of fun up here at the Route 90 bridge. Stripers on the thingamajig. Love it. I'll talk to y'all back to the dock in a minute, man. Get out of this wind, freeze my butt off on the way back. All right, here's what I'm dealing with. Outgoing tide, southeast wind, crab pots all over the place. Got a quartering sea right off my port bow. The things I'll do for content. All right, see you at the dock. This is how you get tricked into fishing some pretty crappy conditions. You can tell the wind's blowing here. Nothing like out there, buddy. Nothing like out there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna lose this jacket because it's actually kind of comfortable with just the sweatshirt on, but glad I went, you know. I was gonna go flounder fishing, but that was not gonna happen. The wind was just blowing too hard, so I tried to sneak over to that Route 90 bridge on that east side, maybe get a little bit of blockage from Ocean City. And if not, I can use the spans of the bridge to block it a little bit. And glad I did, man. Threw that thingamajig in there and caught some stripers. A lot of fun. First fish for me for Ocean City for 2026. That's always a great thing. Love that little Piscifun, man. That little Piscifun Carbon X3. They sent it to me a couple of weeks ago. I did an unboxing video of it. Really like the look of it. Put it on that Deadly Tackle rod. It is super lightweight. Like I said, it's about 13 ounces. It's really lightweight. You can cast all day long. And it's strong. Really got a nice feel to it. If you want to pick that up, there's a link down below for the new Carbon X. I'm not sure if they've restocked yet, but they are giving you some kind of like $10 gift card for pre-orders if you can't buy right now. But it's taking the place of the Carbon X2, and I love my Carbon X2. I've got the 3000 of that and caught personal best sheep's head, stripers, flounder, bluefish, everything on that. And this one's going to take its place, and it's really, really nice. Thingamajigs. Rods, you can get those at deadly-tackle.com. I'll put the link to deadly-tackle.com down below too. Any questions, ask those in the comments. I'm gonna get this boat hosed off because she's salty after that ride home. And I'm going flounder fishing next week, man. Heading down to probably Wachapreak Folly, somewhere in that area, with Captain Allen from Seahawks Sports Center next Wednesday for a new episode of Hooked on OC. And that should be a lot of fun. Check out the social media for that. Fishing OC on Facebook, iFishingOC on Instagram, and then, like I said, Nightly Fishing Report, tackle, fishingoc.com, deadly-tackle.com. See you next vid. Peace.